What is up, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and staying free from all the weird stuff in the world. And if you can't tell, we are in the office. It looks fantastic. The colors, the mood, the atmosphere is just amazing. This looks awesome. What do you think? Comment down below and let me know if you like this little setup. I'm in here sipping on some whiskey on the rocks. You can't tell, being a little goofy and whatnot, because I'm super happy and super excited to let y'all know something. And dealer's choice right here, Chattanooga whiskey. My friend Ryan Parks bought it for me for my 25th birthday last year when we went to Top Golf. That's what I'm trying to speak and say and whatnot. But honestly, I do not drink much at all. But today, like I said, is a milestone. I am taking a glass of whiskey and giving y'all a cheers. And I am celebrating this because I have been struggling for the past year and a half to even try to grow on this channel, and it is growing rapidly in the past 2 weeks. Like, the analytics have been like, and then yeah, and hopefully it keeps on going up, you know. I think I have found my niche, I believe. Niche, nosh, nacho cheese. I think I'm saying it right. The liquor might be speaking to me. Yeah. The milestone we have almost completed is the watch hours. I have said it in numerous videos that it is a struggle to even get those 4,000 hour watch time, and the past 2 weeks, the people that have been crazy awesome, that have been watching, and you know who you are, and subscribe please, because the analytics is saying some of the subscribers are watching, but majority of the subscribers are not subscribed. I have a lot of subscribers, but majority of you are not watching. And the majority of the people that have been watching are the people that are not subscribed. So it will help this channel grow even more. I want to give y'all a big cheers and everyone a big thank you. Now let's get into the topic of this video. You've been waiting for me. I've been rambling on, but I cannot stress that. Thank you. The topic is the Sigma 85mm f1.4 DG HSM art lens. That is a mouthful to say, like, dang. I wish the market over there at Sigma would shorten these names and just, you know, say Sigma 85 version 2 or something like that. But it is what it is. This lens is an extraordinary portrait lens. Like, no doubt this takes wonderful portraits, and great for landscape or street photography. It's the sharpest lens I have in my bag of lenses. Plus the bokeh. Have you heard of the word called bokeh? Yeah, the bokeh is crazy fantastic. If you are considering to upgrade at all on lenses, then this would be a great investment, like, for having in your camera bag. Like, no doubt, a great investment. Compared to other lenses, this is somewhat cheaper than any other, like the Canon lenses. When I say it's cheap, it still is running up and over $1,000, unless you're lucky and you can find one that somebody's selling. But if you're lucky, because I hunted for about 2 weeks if anybody was going to sell, you know, 85 Sigma lens. Nobody is, because this lens is a keeper. It was hard actually to find like this lens on stock on any of the websites. It was hard, okay? So long story short, the guy that made me, or let me say persuaded me to get this lens, is Ben McLean. I hope I said that correctly and didn't butcher it, but if I did, I'm sorry, man. a shot for you. He's a fantastic street photography and a cool dude on YouTube. His tutorials and just his POV, that's why I have started POV around in my area, because it's fun. It's fun. He persuaded me to get this lens and I'm like, yes, I want to do this. This is going to be my niche, my hobby, my hopefully career someday. So enough talking. Let's get right into the subject of this video that you came for. This bad boy right here. The pros and cons. Every video does it, so I'm going to do the pros and cons that I have found from using this lens for the past like couple of weeks. Yeah. I'm going to give you the good and then serve you the bad, if that's okay with you, okay? Yeah. Is anybody like shitting themselves throwing this $1,000 lens? Yeah, I got protection on it. Don't worry. First pro thing, the outstanding image quality. Like, look at this glass right here. Like, it's fantastic. You can tell that they have built this really well. Yeah, if you can't tell. High brightness, what I mean by that is the high f-stop of 1.4. This can get to 1.4 f-stop up to, you know, I think 16 is the high or the lowest f-stop. My bad, I get those flip-flop. Beautiful bokeh, I've mentioned that before. Beautiful bokeh. Subject, here. Buttery smooth in the back. Solid body build, this thing is heavy. This, I think it's like 2 or 3 pounds. Like, great autofocus. Like, it is super tack sharp. It'll track a subject, go to another subject, you know, back and forth. Great autofocus. Fair price compared to other competitors. It is pricey, and for me right now, because I'm not making buku kind of money at all, it is weather sealed right here. If you can't see, weather sealed right there. And did I mention the great bokeh? Great bokeh. Let me show you, okay? Okay. Now we're super close, but let's see here. See that? The bokeh in the background is... Now, let me serve you the cons of this lens. Yes, the cons. This thing is big, very, very huge. Like, it's the size of my head almost. Like, holy crap. Look how big this is. Like, yikes. It's super heavy, for sure. Like, look, this is heavy. You can actually do some curls with this while editing a video. You can actually get big arms in your office. You know, just put this in your arm, just curl it around. Already feeling big and massive with this t-shirt. And then last con that I have from this lens is there's no image stabilization at all built in. I guess they couldn't figure a way to build it in to this big body that is already extra heavy, so I guess they didn't want to make it extra heavy and put image stabilization in. But you can actually, if you have $500 extra, you can buy the Canon version that's 85, that's the EF mount, and, you know, get image stabilization. But from that con, I can put a pro on there and make it, you know, doable if you get what I'm putting down. This con actually can be a pro if you have in-body stabilization in the camera body, or, you know, a gimbal. There's a workaround this not having image stabilization. So just get you a gimbal or have in-body stabilization. Yeah. We got all the pros and cons about this massive lens right here. Now let me tell you my experience so far. I've only had this lens for about 3 weeks, not long at all really to really test it out and put it to its limit, but in those 3 weeks I am freaking blown away how crispy and clean the images are. Like, look at these pictures I took in the last video that you should also check out. Like, OMG. Do we still use abbreviations like that? But there's a little downside that sucks. The thing that really sucks about this lens right here, with this camera body that I'm recording on right now and the only camera that I can afford right now, I have a DSLR with a crop sensor. By having a crop sensor with this lens, you have to multiply. Yes, I said you have to do some multiplication, the good old days back in elementary school. It comes in handy when you're buying a lens and have a crop sensor. You need to times the focal length by 1.6. So in this case, we have an 85mm lens times 1.6 equals, hang on, let me figure this out. It becomes 135mm. Yeah, I didn't really figure it out in my head, but it's like a 135mm. You can use your calculator. So by having a 135mm now attached to this crop sensor, you have a focal length that you have to be like super far away. I'll show a clip of how far you have to be from the subject or whatever you are taking a picture of. It can be a bummer to hear that, to be honest. So if you haven't bought anything and you're looking at lenses and all that stuff, don't buy a DSLR with a crop sensor and then buy this, because you won't get that true 85mm. But in a way, if you think about it, with a crop sensor camera and this lens compared, you are using a telephoto lens actually. Like, you can take pictures that is far away. You can take animals, like if you're, camouflaged in the woods and all that, you can be so far away from any subject that you can take a picture easily and it'd be crispy and sharp. And that's great for this lens. It's nice image quality. But when you do upgrade, you can have a camera that has an EF mount and get that true 85mm focal length. I think that would be it for now on the Sigma 85 1.4 art lens. I will be posting more photos from this lens on my IG page. I have been recently doing it. If you can, go follow me over there. And also, please subscribe to this channel and like, plus watch the videos if you do subscribe, and comment down below if I missed anything that you really want to know about this lens or anything else in general, or just, give me a good comment, review, whatever you want to do down below, and I'll try my best to answer whatever I can down there. And yeah, until next time, have a good one. Hey there, how's it going? Didn't see you there. Just drinking some whiskey. Like a man.